afternoon everybody, happy Monday. Hope you've all had a lovely weekend and you're not all too cold. If you're in the UK, I hope you're managing to stay warm because oh my goodness, is it not absolutely freezing? How have we gone from last Sunday it was 24 degrees. This Sunday we started the day, or yesterday Sunday, we started the day at 3 degrees. And that's how cold it was again this morning. So it is absolutely bitter out there and so crazy to think you can go from one extreme to the other in a matter of 7 days. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about the weather. It's a good old-fashioned grocery haul for today's Vlogtober day 16. I've had Kev with me today to help do the shopping, which is always a godsend. We went for breakfast with some friends in town after school drop off and then said, let's go and try Tesco. Let's just go for somewhere different, just go for a bit of a mooch about and see if we can get some different bits, you know, because we always buy the same stuff. And we went to Tesco and I knew it would happen. But as soon as we were walking around, we were like, well, they're the same price as Sainsbury's, but we get 10% off. And that's the same price as Sainsbury's, but we could get 10% off. Now, we could have had 15% off had I gone shopping on Friday or Saturday, but we've been so busy. It was Kev's weekend off, so we've been out having a good time and haven't managed to go shopping until today. So for anyone who's new watching this, our eldest son works at Sainsbury's, so we get colleague discount of 10%, apart from Fridays and Saturdays when it's 15%. So on a £150 food shop, we'd get an extra £7.50 off of that had we have gone shopping on Friday or Saturday. But we didn't. We've been shopping this morning. But we went to Tesco first. We have got a few bits from Tesco. And then we went off back down to Sainsbury's where we knew we'd get better value for money. So I'm going to show you what we got. So starting off with Tesco, we got a lot of reduced meat, which is obviously a bonus. So these are 600 grams diced chicken breast, and these were reduced to £3.27. So I've got 3 of those, and I'm hoping to make, I will make 2 meals out of those. So there's 3 of them, they're going straight in the freezer. I then also got a smaller one of the chicken fillets, which was reduced to £2.28, and that was for, how many grams is in there? 400 grams. And that's just another ideal one to have in the freezer for when me and Kev eat separate to the children, which we don't do very often, but when we do, we like to have sweet chilli chicken and noodles. So that's the perfect size for that. 400 grams of chicken is a lot of chicken between 2 people, but there is always a teenager around who quite fancies some as well. So that's just going to go in the freezer as well. I also got steak mince, 750 grams, £4.99. So the same price as, or very similar price to Sainsbury's, but as I said, or as Kev said last week, I just do not enjoy this vacuum packed mince. It's really hard to break down and it's just not as nice to cook with. So I have been picking up mince elsewhere where they're still doing it in the old fashioned containers. I know the reason, you know, we vacuum pack it is less packaging, less plastic for landfill, but it does make the meat just not as nice. And I know I'm not alone in saying that, but this is going to make cottage pie. So that's all the meat that we bought in Tesco. And then we got some yogurts. These were on offer for £2.50. Glad I picked them up in there because they're back to full price at £4. £4, that is mental, in Sainsbury's. So I've got 2 packs of those. I also got 3 packs of lunchbox yogurts because there's 4 per pack. So these were 84p in Tesco, which is brilliant. I had been going to Aldi, sorry, that's Kev on the phone. I had been going to Aldi for lunchbox yogurts, but they often don't have them in, and so these are perfect. I've got Ribena. These were on offer for I want to say £1.75 for 6 cartons, and I know Ribena's not great for the teeth, but as a occasional treat I don't mind. And I bought those when they were on offer in Sainsbury's a few weeks ago and the girls really enjoyed them. So that's just because they're on offer, they can have them in their lunchbox. These also not great for the teeth, but something that all of them really like as a treat. So I have got 3 packs. They were on offer for £1.35 because I'd usually pick up 2 packs. And I did pick up 2 packs. And then Kev went, it's all very well and good buying them, but if one of the older ones comes in and has 2 or 3, then there's not actually enough for everybody. And I said, I often do feel like sometimes I shop, and because when you're looking at it, you think, wow, that's, you know, it's junk food at the end of the day. And you don't want them to eat too much junk food. But actually, if I only buy 2 packs, it's only 1 each and 1 left over, because we've got Brooke here most of the time. So, you know, it would work out 1 each plus 1 left over. So really, if they only eat 1 of them a week, it's not the end of the world. But because I know that the teenagers won't just come in and have 1, I bought an extra pack. So I have bought 3 packs of those. That was long-winded, but I wanted to explain because it does feel like a lot of junk food. When you've got the amount of people in the house and greedy teenagers, you always need a little bit, you know, and a lot of these things. But like I said, that it still only works out they're going to get 1 or 2 each. I've got Baldwin creams, Custard creams, and chocolate malted milks. Biscuits were better value in Tesco because they come in a bigger packet, whereas Sainsbury's, the packets are really, really small. Seedless raisins. Now, my children haven't eaten raisins for a long time. Say they don't like them. I can't buy scones with raisins in. I can't buy the cinnamon and raisin bagels because they pick the raisins out. Then I was making a Christmas cake the other day and they ate some raisins and were like, oh, actually, I quite like these. So I've bought some little packs of raisins for lunch boxes. Again, I know they're not great for the teeth, so by buying them in little boxes, it's better to portion control, because if there's a bag of them on the side, they just grab a handful and eat probably way too many. I've got some Freddo and Friends little chocolate bars. They're on offer at the moment, £1.75. So that's a really good price when you pay £1.25 for 5 Freddo Frogs and you're getting 12 for £1.75. I know they're not all Freddo Frogs, you've got the curly whirlies and fudges as well, but still it's not bad value. Crisps were better value in Tesco than what I could get in Sainsbury's, and they do discos. Now, I've said in the past, my especially Summer, Riley, all love discos. So these were £1.35. So I've got 2 packs of them. Kev's picked himself up his favourite giant Whatsits, and I've got some Pom Bears for £1.35. Stock cubes, Kev was in his element, all the different stock cubes they do. They've got, so we've got some vegetables because we needed those, red wine and garlic and thyme. So they'll be ideal just to go in the cupboard. Brilliant for making stews and soups. I've got some granola. Now, I'll actually quickly show you something as well that I got from Sainsbury's. Felicity keeps asking me to buy, you know, those yogurts where you get the yogurt at the bottom and then the pot at the top with the granola. So I bought some granola, that was on offer for £2, and I've also just picked up a tub of Greek yoghurt. So I've got the not Greek style, the actual proper Greek yoghurt, because it's higher in protein, keep her fuller for longer, and she can have a dollop of that with some granola and maybe like a little bit of honey over the top for breakfast, so something different. Pens, Riley needed pens for school because he's lost them all already. I mean, it doesn't take much. So I've got him 10 ballpoint pens, I think they were £1.50. And before I decided I was going to actually still go to Sainsbury's, the first thing as you go up the aisle in Tesco is bread. So I've got a loaf of bread. And then I went round the corner and was like, actually, do you know what? I think we will still go to Sainsbury's. So that is everything from Tesco's. I believe that came to £53, somewhere around £53, £54. I think Kev's got the receipts in his pockets, but he's currently on the phone to the council trying to get us a new food waste bin because ours has gone, well, ours broke ages ago, and I've asked for a new food waste bin countless times and it's never been delivered. So he's trying to sort that out, because especially in the winter when you've got more vegetable peelings, there is a lot of food waste and it's been going in our normal bin. So that's what he's on the phone, you can hear him in the background. Then I'm on Sainsbury's. I've got 2 milks. We are going out buying milk every day at the moment because, I think I said this last week, we've got some milkshake powder. And until that milkshake powder's gone, we're going to go through tons of milk. So I've only picked up 2 because I know I'm going to have to go back to the local shop. I've got 3 lots of the Happy Monkey milkshakes for lunchboxes. They're on my prices at the moment for 84p. I've got double cream. That's to go with a meal. Meatballs. Now these were reduced. So on the shelf, they were £2.50. No, on the shelf they were £2.25. On the reduced sticker they were £2.50, and it was Kev that noticed it. He's like, you're about to pay more than what it even says on the shelf. So I went and spoke to the lad, and it was a mistake, so they were marked down again to £1.80. So I got 2 packs of that for meatballs one evening. I've got a large joint of pork again. I had this last week because this is currently half price, so that joint was only £5.70. So we're gonna have a roast dinner. I've just picked up 1 packet of the chicken steaks, 2 pizzas, they're great obviously for the lunch boxes, and some choc ices. Kev loves the choc ice, so he picked himself up those. I've got some baking butter because I might at some point get around to making something for lunch boxes. I've got some parmesan that's going in the recipe, cheese spread, and a block of ordinary cheese. I've also got some cheese strings. We were talking about this as well. We were saying about how cheese strings are just crap, but the kids love them. And Kev said, what about, I'm being told off for my language now, they're rubbish, they're junk, but the kids like them. And Kev said, well, what about buying these cheeses that are in the individual wrappers? Because obviously this is for lunch boxes. And I was like, yeah, but if I slice cheese into a sandwich, she moans that she doesn't like cheese sliced. And so I said, what they like is the taste of the rubbish cheese. So I've picked them up because you know, you win some, you lose some. And when it comes to filling lunch boxes, it can be really tricky to make sure, you know, you've got convenient stuff that goes well in lunch boxes, keeps well within, you know, individual packets. So yeah, cheese strings, they were on my prices though for £2.07 for 8.
Sorry guys, it's being noisy.
Yeah, and Kev's now off the phone, so now he's in the fridge doing the
well, I was going to vlog it, weren't I?
Yeah, he was going to do the vlog, but he's been on the phone. But yeah, he's just sorting out the fridge behind me. I've got 2 packs of pepperonis because, again, easy, packaged for lunch boxes. Eggs, just got 12 eggs because I believe there's still some in the fridge. Nope. Oh, there's not some. Okay, I should have picked up 2 packs of eggs, but I'll have to pick up more in the week if I need to. I've got some shreddies, 2 things of squash, and 2 things of flavoured water. I've got pasta for making pasta for lunch boxes, lasagna sheets. One of the meals we're having this week is a different take on lasagna. We're having chicken Alfredo lasagna. It's a recipe I saw on TikTok. The guy's called John Watts, and I do lots of his recipes from TikTok, and I've never had one that we haven't liked. His recipes are amazing. I believe he's actually brought out a book now, but he's done a chicken Alfredo lasagna that looks absolutely delicious, so we're having that one evening. Noodles, just because, you know, they're always handy to have in the cupboard. And last week I got told off by one of you, it was too early for mince pies. It's never too early for mince pies, especially the Sainsburys. It's too early for Christmas music, Kev says, but yeah, Alexa still seems to play it for me every day. You can't beat these Sainsburys bakery ones. They are so delicious. So we've got a packet of those because Felicity loves them, so she'll come in from school and see we've got some more mince pies and be happy days. I've got 2 packs of these. Again, these are back on offer for £1.25. Absolutely love the Warburton's seedy thins. We've got 3 packs of wraps. These are because we're having wraps for dinner tonight, so I need some for tonight's dinner and some for lunches throughout the week. 2 lots of these Whitworth shots. Now I picked these up for myself, but I just realised you only get 3 in this pack, 4 in this one. These are open, I just had one of these in the car on my way home. Alright, not as nice as these ones. These ones are the best. They were okay. But it says you get bits of salted caramel. I think I got 2 pieces of salted caramel in the whole thing. But yeah, bit of a letdown when you only get 3 packs instead of 4. I've got some Go Ahead bars, 2 packs of packet pasta. It's just handy to have it in the cupboard. We haven't had any for months, probably. We had none of that in the cupboard. And then the other night, Kev said, oh, I really fancy some cheese and broccoli pasta. So I've just picked up 2 packs to put in the cupboard. 3 lots of rice, a couple more packs of biscuits and some Kit Kats, some mint sauce, some apple sauce, some softener, beans, tomatoes, barbecue sauce, that's for tonight's tea. And here's my lovely red roses that Kev bought me the other day. I was like, why have you bought me flowers? He went, well, I was grumpy on the phone earlier on. Like he said, I just felt like I was being really grumpy because I was stressed. And I was like, oh, thanks. I didn't even notice. I wasn't upset that you were grumpy, but he brought me home roses anyway. So yeah, that is everything that I could get out on the table so far. I think I've only got fruit and veg left to show you. This is an embarrassingly small amount of fruit and veg, but I've got 2 bags of potatoes. One's to make roast potatoes to go with roast pork, and one's to do mash to go on top of cottage pie. I've got bacon potatoes to do baked potato with beans and cheese or tuna. So that's 3 meals. I'm just trying to tell you the meals as I go through as well. I've got a swede, parsnip, carrots and greens to go with the roast dinner. I do have another 2/3 of a bag of carrots under the sink, so they'll go with the broccoli and the leeks. That's going to make, I'm going to use the leeks, I'm going to do a chicken, bacon and leek pie with broccoli, carrots. Probably going to need some more potatoes because I'll need that one whole bag for mash and 1 whole bag for roast. So that's another meal. It's going to be pie. I've then got mushrooms. I need obviously mushrooms, onions, I've got parsley, got 2 cucumbers, 2 peppers. Couldn't get any tomatoes. They didn't have any plum tomatoes. They only had cherry ones and we prefer plum. And then I've got 2 bags of oranges, some grapes and some apples. I want some tender stem to go alongside the lasagna, but it was £1.50 a pack, so I thought I'd go into Aldi throughout the week when I do any top-ups, and maybe I can get some cheaper in there, or wherever it's on offer. I just need to find out where it's on offer at the moment. So yeah, we've got chicken Alfredo lasagna, cottage pie, roast dinner, jacket potatoes, chicken pie. What are the other meals? I'm trying to think on my feet here. I didn't write it down, but I think we've got enough food. Oh, meatballs. I think we've definitely got enough food to get us through the week. I also got some of these little rolls to go with soup, and just if anyone fancies soup for lunch and stuff like the Brooke, Jamie, whoever's at home during the day. I've got some Pepsi and I've got some toilet roll. I'm going to make another soup as well. So I've got some, I'm probably going to need to go and grab some more parsnips or tomatoes. Actually, I need both, because if I do the soup that I did last, I need tomatoes anyway, and if I do a tomato soup, obviously I'm going to need tomatoes. So I will need to get a couple of extra vegetable bits, but for now that's enough to get us through the meals that I've got planned. And as I said, Tesco came to, it was £51 and 28 pence, and Sainsbury's came to, where is it? We've got £114 and some pence. Discount took off £11, bringing it down to £103 and 8 pence. So altogether, just over £150, and our budget is £170. So there's some money left over to do a bit more fruit and veg top up as we need it through the week. Okay, so it's a little bit later on in the day now, and I've got these 2 with me. We've just been to gymnastics for Felicity, and Kev's just running B&Q to pick something up. But that is our shopping done for another week. I think we've got the basis now, the basis in that shop for all of the breakfast, dinner, lunch boxes, although Sienna is going back on cooked dinners as of tomorrow. I've just got that organised for her. The packed lunches and the cooked dinners have to sit on different tables, which means she doesn't get to sit with her besties. So she's going back onto cooked dinners. I said it won't make any difference to my food shopping, because she'll still want to eat all of her lunchbox type stuff when she gets home from school, because she always comes home after a cooked dinner absolutely starving. So yeah, she's going on cooked dinners from tomorrow. I think the meals were meatballs, chicken and leek pie, roast dinner, chicken Alfredo lasagna. Really excited to try that, it looks delicious. Jacket potatoes and cottage pie. And then we've already got tea in the slow cooker for tonight. So that's 7 meals including tonight, which is more than enough considering it's currently Monday. And I obviously prefer to shop on a higher discount day. But anyway, that's all the shopping done. Thank you for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.